Learning from experience. Every year, the Independent Office of Evaluation of the International Fund for Agricultural Development, or IFAD, prepares its annual report on results and impact of IFAD operations, known as the ARRI. In the 2016 report, 40 new project evaluations were added, making this year's ARRI a reflection of 270 project evaluations conducted at IFAD since 2002. That represents more than $4.5 billion of lending and more than a quarter of the projects IFAD has funded since that time. The ARRI presents a synthesis of IFAD's performance over the years. It shows us trends. It highlights issues. It helps identify the lessons and challenges IFAD must address to enhance its operational effectiveness. The ARRI measures success by using internationally recognized evaluation criteria: rural poverty impact, relevance, effectiveness, efficiency, sustainability of benefits, gender equality and women's empowerment, innovation and scaling up, natural resources and the environment, and performance of partners, approved by the IFAD Executive Board. All the evaluation ratings are available online in the ARRI database. By making these ratings public, the Independent Office of Evaluation contributes to transparency, accountability, and learning at IFAD. So what does the report say this year? First, the 2016 ARRI shows us that IFAD is performing well, that overall, the projects it supports are delivering on IFAD's goal to reduce rural poverty. This is good news. But IFAD could aim to do even better, because most of the projects are rated 4 on a 6-point scale. That means the projects are mainly moderately satisfactory. IFAD can have a bigger impact if it improves its operations and reaches the 5 and 6 ratings more consistently. Now, let's look at where IFAD operations are performing the best. In other words, the area where IFAD is making the biggest difference in the life of poor rural people. 92.3% of IFAD-funded projects contribute to reducing rural poverty. In many communities, that means empowerment of the rural poor. 90.7% of the projects contribute to expanding women's empowerment, strengthening their decision-making power, their representation in local institutions, and their access to income. On the innovation and scaling up front, 87.5% of the projects are successful in introducing innovative approaches to rural development. These are the areas of strength, but there are other areas of IFAD's work where improvement is needed. For example, IFAD's targeting approach. Rural poverty has many faces, which means that poverty analysis needs to be sharpened so that projects can be tailored to reach different groups and ensure that no one is left behind. Another area is nutrition. IFAD is doing well in improving agricultural productivity, but not enough attention is given to nutritional value. It is not just about enabling people to grow food and bring it to market. It's also about enabling them to grow and consume food that is nutritious and improves their health and well-being. Food for thought, right? Then there are areas that are not so obvious, like the non-lending activities, knowledge management, partnership building, and policy dialogue that go beyond projects and can build IFAD's position as a strategic partner to improve the impact of IFAD operations. In this area, it's necessary to keep a focus on the potential for influence that IFAD has by sharing its expertise more broadly at the country level. This final point ties into this year's ARRI learning theme: knowledge management. The emphasis here is on how IFAD can learn from its experience in order to improve performance. The good news is that valuable knowledge is already present within the institution. So what can be done with all this knowledge? Knowledge management involves thinking of each aspect of IFAD's work as part of a broader learning loop that exists between projects, country strategies, and institutions. IFAD can do more to integrate the lessons it has learned into its country strategies. Knowledge management involves time, resources, and incentives to become a mainstreamed practice. IFAD should make it a priority and reflect it in its budgets, work plans, and human resources. It is also necessary to deepen partnerships at the national level. This means working with government and the private sector to reproduce successes beyond individual projects. This is one of the most important ways to broaden the impact of IFAD's approaches and innovations on a much larger scale. Looks like there is a lot of work to do. But let's not forget the first thing the 2016 ARRI showed us. Overall, IFAD is performing well and is on the right track.